So we were using a class called navbars, no, for our main menus. Have you used this before? Okay. Okay, who has used navbars in Bootstrap? Most probably, this is very popular, no? What you can do is, you can Google for a Bootstrap class. You can say Bootstrap navbars. Okay, so there will be examples, no, of different navbars, no? Yan. Okay. Di follow. Actually, ganito lang yung ginawa ng original author. Kinuha lang na dito. We just need to copy and paste from here. Okay, so if you take note, no, navbar, like this just copied. Okay, and then you can view that in the uh, design view in no, in Visual Studio, or you can run it actually, no. So if you run it actually, okay, so ito, okay, do you follow? This is the navbar we were talking about. Okay, the whole source code, okay, you can get from our regular site, or you can just, okay, search from the Bootstrap site. No, ito, kopyahin mo lang. Okay, actually you can just copy this blindly. Okay, meron pang drop down items, no, if you'd like to have drop down lists. Okay, you can try this yourself. Okay, so ito, so this is our drop down. First, we have created a navbar, and then we have embedded an image, and we have set the width to 30 and height to 30, and we have added a text called e-library, so that's why it appears there. Okay, a, no, it's just an a, no, class, no, for a navbar. What's an a tag? So it's really a CSS, no, a CSS class, no, a styling class, an h tag, an a tag, a tag which is used for styling. Okay, ahref, it's really a link. No, sorry, ahref pala yan. It's not just a, it's really a link. No? So before we put the href, this means just no URL at all. We put a class navbar. Okay, so that when this image is clicked, it just points to nowhere, no? It just points to the same page. ahref, no? And then we have another navbar, no? And then the items in the navbar are included in a unordered list, UL, no? I presume you know what a UL is, no? Everyone? It's an HTML tag indicating unordered lists. So inside the unordered list are LIs, or list items. So the first item there is a nav, is an href with the class of nav link. No? How it looks the same way as it is in the browser. No? It's just really a Bootstrap class. Okay. And then we have another, no, classification, active, about, ASPX. What's the difference? There's very slight difference, no. It's also a nav link. They're the same, no, class, no, nav link item. Okay. And then we have two lists. No, we have a list on the right. We have an ordered list on the right composed of the home and the about links. And then we have a link at the right. On the left pala yung mga hrefs, which are actually static links. And then on the right, we will have buttons. Why do we have buttons? Because these are ASP buttons which we can manipulate in runtime. Yung mga hrefs, hindi natin ito, these are static, which means we cannot program them, okay, in the server side. Okay, do you follow? Okay, any questions so far? So when we run this, no, in Visual Studio, that's what we get. User 1, user 1. Invalid login. So, mali ang password. So, ito, no? You follow? So, we made use of a particular session, a set of variables called session variables to control access to the page so that only those users who have logged in can access to home and about. Do you follow? No? Do you follow? So, if you are logged out, you are not allowed to go to home and okay, home and the about page. So, hindi siya pwede. Now, let's find out how this thing is done. Okay. As I've said, it's using session variables. By the way, the code is in Dagler. Okay? So, nandito yan. Let's look at the login code. Okay? The login code, the simple login. The driver for the login button. Okay, this is the page load, no? Okay, of home. Okay. Now, if the session username is null, which particularly means that no user has logged in yet, no? We will redirect to login.aspx. Otherwise, we will change the label username to whoever is logged in. Okay? Do you follow? This is the home page. The about, no, we just redirect to about.aspx. There's no about button, by the way. Anyway, we will use this for other purposes. No? The log during when the user clicks log out, we will clear the session variable so that it will go back to the unlogged in state. No? You can either clear them one by one by doing a remove, or you can clear them all at once using session.abandon. Any questions so far? No? So how do we, let's look at the page for the about page. So in the about page, in the page load, we still check if there's a username. Then if it's equal to null, we just redirect to login.aspx. If it's not, it will continue to the page load. Okay? So nandito yung bootstrap, no? And then the nav bars. Okay, and consequently, we also have the home page, no? I'd like you to look at, no, if you want to uh, be familiar, really familiar with bootstrap nav bars, I'd like you to look at this video, no, which is bootstrap nav bars. Any questions so far? No? Okay, so we'll create a new project because what's wrong with our project? The login screen is still wala pang template ang login screen, no? Look at our login screen. Gusto natin i-CSS ito so that this will be a better login page, no? Do you follow? Okay. Let's put some CSS on the login screen. Okay, I've created a new project. It's actually a blank project first, no? And then we'll put the login screen. Okay. Just any questions so far? No? I'll just proceed. If you have no questions, maybe you're sleeping, but if you are, just review this in all the recorded videos are there. So I'm saving this so that I can have a backup of my previous let me open my mali ito na-edit ko na, no. Let me open the previous previous version. Mali ito. File, open project. I've tried to edit this already, so we'll have to go back to the login ASPX. And the body can just copy this. Okay. Then we'll open the new version. What we are going to do here is to format our using CSS. This is the original form. Now, we can format this using CSS classes called cards. No? Hindi na ito navbars because navbars are used for menus. No? This time we are going to make this look better using cards, and cards are easier to control because you can easily center them, right align and left align. Dito wala tayong magawa, no? They follow, so ganyan lang, no? Okay. So we will erase first. Yeah. What we will do first is to format this into cards, no? Let me look at my code first. Dami na kasing nagkaano. Okay. Let us format this into cards. Ang kailangan lang nating iwan dito is yung ano. You can also look this up in the Bootstrap website. No? Okay, they follow. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll put them inside a card. No? So itong ano, itong uh, div. Okay. Okay. We'll put them into a row and a column. Okay. So we'll put a class first. A class called row. Okay. Small row. Now a row must have a column. So gawin natin itong user login. Or you can say welcome to the login page. Okay. Kakulang yung aking ano, baka masubra. So this is the end div. And then we'll have okay, div class column. Well, actually pwede walang column kung siya lang mag-isa. But if there are two columns, you can, this is useful. Okay. So we are now getting a row and a column. Okay. Ganyan. We can look at the design view. So ganyan. Okay, do you follow? Let's run this for the moment. H1 I think is too big, no? So ganyan. Look at that. So it's like that, no? Nothing happens, but the main advantage of this is we can now put this inside the center. We can say center. H1 is too large. Can we use an H3? A smaller version. Okay. H3. Okay, nag-H3 na siya. Let's find out what happens. Okay, so nag-center na. Do you follow? Okay, we're going to do this one by one. Okay, and then we'll add another column. Okay, or rather row and column. Itong div class. Okay, we'll put this on another row. Let's say div class equals row. Okay, so isang row lang ito sila. So we'll make this a div class column. Okay. We can now remove the BR because a row will automatically separate rows together, no, even without a BR. Let's look at that. So nandito na yung username and ano, no? They are now in a separate row and column. We can also at the same time put an NBSP. Kasi masyadong madikit, di ba? We'll put two NBSPs. Okay, let's run this. Okay, I hope you're following, no? We're trying to put CSS, okay, in our login page para it looks better, no? Okay, so ayan na. So these are two rows. Now obviously uh, we can put this in the center also in username. Okay, how do we do that? Okay, we can inside the column we can say we can put a center. These two text boxes. Okay, let's look at the design view first. So ganyan, na center na siya. Okay, do you follow? Now the username, uh, we'll change that later, no? And then we can also do that for the password. We'll make this into a div class row. This is another column. Yeah, we want to put this on a different row. So kasi iba siya, di ba? Password. So we'll put this div class equals row. And then we'll put another div class call. So that's one column rows, single column rows, call pala. And then we'll transfer the end tag. This makes another row, no? Put them in another row. What's the advantage with using these classes? Now it will be easy to center. Okay, because they are columns and rows, we can put them in a center, no? So ito, pwede rin natin itong i-center. Center. Inside the div. Okay? So I hope you're following here, no? We are making a div of two rows, and each row will have one column. And inside the column is a centered, centered set of controls for label and for username and password. Let's run this. No? You can also look at the design view first. No? Okay, so nag-center na siya. Hindi pa masyadong maganda, no? Okay, because we had an NBSP dun sa taas. So we'll put an NBSP. Let's put an NBSP password. Okay. Okay. We'll use an H3 na lang for the we'll just call this user login. Okay. So we have 3 rows already. Let's just line this properly. Div plus call. Kulang pala ng isang div. Take note, kulang tayo ng end tag na div. Okay. For the call. Kulang talaga siya, no? Div plus call. This is the div plus call. This is the div plus row. Okay. And then, yeah. This is another div. Okay. Now, it is best to look at it in this design view first, no? So, ganun. Kulang tayo, may sobra tayong isang div. Look at that, no? So, yeah. One div is in excess. So, we'll find out why, no? Okay, let's count the divs from the start. Div plus row, div plus, ito yung div plus row, right? Div plus row, div plus call. This is div plus call. We indent this. Okay. This is the center, this is the slash div, the call. We have another row, we have another call. Maybe we have made a mistake, no? So i-center ito. This is the div plus call. This is the div plus row. Mali ito. Okay. We'll just call this div plus row. Tingnan natin ang na-design kung meron pa ba. Yeah, sobra ito. Bakit? Let's look at this. Kung ganyan, wala siya. This is the main div. Ganyan dapat. We'll put a row for this later, no? Tanggalin na muna natin itong NBSP. There's no need for that NBSP anymore. Because this is the main div. Okay? No, let's look at the design view. So may kulang, may sobra na naman sa taas. Sobra talaga ito. Okay? Let's look at the design view again. Okay, wala na siya, no? Let's run this. We'll put some classes na para ma-align yung mga passwords. So ito na, no? Okay, so wala nang error. We would like the login to be in the center also. The login button. So what we'll do is we'll put another three sets, no? Kung three sets na to. Div plus row, div plus column. Okay. And then the center will have the end, no? Starting from the center. Okay, I hope we're correct. We'll look at the design view. Walang mali, no? We'll know because there will be excess. Ano? Okay? Okay? So, for the moment, it's okay, no? We'll change that anyway, no? Let me show you how to put, okay. First, we'll include them in a div class called MDCX, no? Para mag-align. Primarily for the alignment inside every row. Okay. Inside every row, we'll put a class. No? This is the class, no? MD. Call MD6. What will be the effect? Let's look at that first, no? And then this will be the end tag. We'll just put this and then copy the no later, no? Let's look at the effect, no? So that's the effect, and then let's put out. Lagyan nga natin ito ng div. Okay. And then we'll just copy this for every row. And before we forget, we remove this. And then this one. This class will center, will align the columns properly. Will allow us to further format the columns. Okay. So we are formatting the column as MD6 MX auto. MX auto will make an auto alignment. Let's look at the no. Okay. So ito no, it will auto align. Now maybe our text no, it's not, they're not the same. So just extend this further. Okay. For me, I'd rather remove this ano na lang, this username, itong text, and then we'll use something called a placeholder. Okay. Placeholder. A placeholder will indicate a default label, no? Actually, mas madali naman kung walang ano. Okay. So we'll go to the source and then we'll remove the labels. Okay. And then we'll add a property, no? Called placeholder. Okay. Placeholder equals user name. If you look at the uh, there's nothing that will appear there, but it will appear in the in the actual runtime username. Instead the label password, we will use the placeholder instead of using the label, no? Okay. The placeholder property. Okay, let's run this. What will happen? Kung hindi magkaya yung placeholder, we will have to. Oh, yan ang labas niya, no? You don't have to, you right away know. Some websites will have this, the placeholders. No? Login. Okay, do you follow? No? For the moment, di pa sila aligned. Okay. And then our login button, is it already in the center? Yes, no? Okay, let's look at the design view. Ito ang problema natin, no? Hindi pa masyadong aligned. What's the width of this? Okay. We look at the width. The width is 138 pix. So, itong taas naman, gawin rin natin 138 pix para they will be the same. The width of the is 138. Okay, so pareho sila ng oh, they're now of the same width, so now they're aligned. Okay, let's run this. I just put them on the same, I just assign them the same, okay, so ayan, di ba? Mas okay na siya. User login. You can now say user 1, user 1. We are using Bootstrap classes, okay? Do you follow? Just by using Bootstrap classes. Let's put an image. No? So in one of the, usually on the top, no, we can put an image as one of the rows. Okay? Do you follow? We'll go to the source. So dito, lagyan natin ng image. We have an image here for users, no, which makes it look better. No? Meron tayong user PNG. Sigera. I think meron tayong user PNG. Okay. General user PNG ito. Okay? We'll just put this in the first row. Okay. To make a row, we just copy this. And then we'll remove the H3. No? Okay. Instead of the H3, we'll put an image. So we look at our image. General user, we'll drag it there. Okay. So to look at the preview, no? Baka masyadong malaki, it's too large, no? Okay. Maybe we usually put a width or to make it smaller, we use a width. Shall we say of 30, 100, no? 100, no? Let's look at this again. So ganyan siya, di ba? Okay. It looks better. Okay. Let's run this. So tingnan, so by just using CSS classes, we'll be able to make our login page look better. So wala na yung label, but right away there's a placeholder, no? You can say admin, type the password. Okay, so medyo maganda na yung ating medyo maganda na. Okay. So let's look at the login page again. So we are dividing them, each line, we are putting them in a row. So that in a row, we can put more columns. No? And then pwede natin ma-align yung mga columns ito. No? Using this. Div class MD6 MX Auto. We can align them. Okay? Using, ang password, wala natin nalagyan ng MX Auto. We can just put it there also. Para ma-align din siya. Okay? Okay, where did we put that? After the before the div class call. Then we'll put it here. We'll remove this here. Always remember to look at the design view first, no? Say like katulad dito, kinapi natin, meron, it will put an automatic /div ito. So this will be an error, right? Then look at the design view. Okay, so may error na div call. Okay, so medyo sobrang isa. Kulang ng isang back-end div. Kulang ng isa kasi ang row na ngayon wala ng div. We should have a back tab, the end tab div. Okay, let's look at the design view. Oh, so wala na siya. So okay now. Do you follow? Do you follow? So actually pwede na, di ba? It looks better now. We now have a professional looking login page. Okay. Okay. Do you follow? No? So pag log out mo, medyo okay na. Now, there's a special class. We would like to put, if you'd like to put a square, no? A square inside, or rather covering your login page, there's a special class called card in Bootstrap, no? There's a special class called card, no? Let's put a card, no? For example, in the first column, we put a card. Usually, after before the column itself, no? Okay. I'm sorry. We'll have a break. Okay. Do you follow? I'll just finish this and we'll have a break because we'll be cut off in 5 minutes. Anyway, we'll just finish this. And then we'll put this end tag here. Let's look at what happens to the card. No? Ito yung div class call. So may end tag na naman tayo na div. The divs are very useful, no? This allows you to divide your HTML. Okay, let's look at the design view. Okay, and the actual can be seen. Let's just run this, no? Okay, hindi pa natin makita. We'll just complete this with a card and card body. Okay? So, ganito eh. A card and a card. Wala pa kasing card body. We'll just finish this quickly. We'll put a card body. The effect will be, it will have a box inside, no? And then, it's our div. We'll have another end div. So, ang daming divs, no? Anyway, we'll just let this as is, no? Tingnan natin. Okay. Yung H3, oh. May maling tag. That's why the card doesn't appear. Anyway, we'll have a break, no? We'll have a break and then I'll be back quickly. Okay? We'll have to save the, no? Please be back, no? Please be back. I'm going to fix this and then I'll just save the session. Okay?